If you ever get paid with PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, get ready. You're probably gonna have an extra tax form to deal with this year. What's up everybody, my name is Tyra and welcome back to Keeper Tax, your one-stop shop for all things 1099 taxes. Here on this channel, we create resources for freelancers, independent contractors, gig workers, and anyone else who files or should be filing business taxes. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, there is an extra tax form making its debut in 2022. Wait. That rhymed. Today we are taking a dive into the 1099K form. Who needs it, why does it exist, and what do I do once I get one? So let's get started. So first, what the heck is a 1099K? The 1099K is an IRS form that shows the income you got from credit cards and third-party payment processors like Square, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, and more. Now, if you are any type of online seller or consultant, freelancer, or business owner whose clients pay with PayPal, or if you take credit card payments at all, or if you're an Uber driver, you are probably going to get very familiar with the 1099K form. The 1099K form already existed prior to this year, but starting in January 2022, companies like PayPal will have to send you these 1099K forms if they processed at least $600 worth of work-related payments for you. Before now, you would only be sent one of these forms if you got at least $20,000 in payments over at least 200 transactions. This change means a lot more freelancers and small business owners are going to be getting 1099Ks because let's be real, that $600 threshold is fairly easy to meet. Like if you sold 3 bespoke dog onesies through your Etsy shop, you will get one. The IRS is going to be expecting you to pay taxes on that money. So why did the threshold change? The threshold dropped by $19,400, a humongous decrease. This happened as a part of the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. This Rescue Plan Act was basically meant to force more people to report their income to the IRS, starting when they filed their 2022 taxes in 2023. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Do I have to report money on my 1099K? Technically, you were always supposed to be reporting that income even if you were making less than the old threshold of $20,000. But now you literally have no way out of it because every single 1099K form you get also gets sent directly to the IRS. So they'll already know about that money and they'll be waiting on you to pay taxes on it. But remember, this starts on your 2022 taxes, so you'll be dealing with this from 2023 and beyond. That was corny, I know, but I'm trying to make light of this situation, you guys. What the new 1099K rule doesn't do. I know you guys have a lot of questions about the new 1099K rule because let's face it, just about everyone uses some sort of third-party app for things like selling items on Facebook Market, paying friends back for Taco Tuesday, or sending gifts to a friend for their birthdays. So to set the record straight, the new rule doesn't mean that all of your transactions get taxed. If the transactions are personal, this rule doesn't apply to them. Only your business transactions will generate a 1099K. Another question some people have about the 1099K was, what if you ended up with some income that's double reported? What if one of your clients sends you a 1099K and a 1099-NEC for the same payment? Let me back up a bit. The 1099-NEC is another tax form. This one's used to report non-employee compensation, which means you have been paid as a freelancer or independent contractor. So let's say your client paid you $900 for some consulting work and they sent you a 1099-NEC, but they paid you through PayPal, which will generate a 1099-K. Now, just so you know, your client was only supposed to send a 1099-NEC if they were to pay pay you directly via check, bank transfer, or direct deposit. If they used PayPal or any other third-party payment app, they shouldn't send a 1099 and let that third-party app issue it instead. But you may run into a situation where you end up getting both. So then what do you do in this case? When tax time rolls around, you simply enter the total income you earn regardless of how it was paid to you. You'll just have to be prepared to explain when you file your taxes that there was some overlap on your 1099K and 1099-NEC. Now, to try to minimize the headache around tax time, Keeper Tax designed the Keeper Tax app, which was created especially for freelancers and independent contractors to file their taxes. So it has no problem dealing with 1099 forms or maximizing your write-offs. If you're interested in trying it for free, just click the link down below or go to www.keepertax.com. How to legally save on your taxes. Y'all, the bottom line is, with the 1099-K threshold dropping to $600, a lot more people are going to have to report their income from self-employment and prepare to pay taxes on that money. If you are stressed about what this means for your tax bill going forward, remember, you can pay less on your taxes legally by writing off what you're already buying for your work. If you need help maximizing your savings, check out all of the videos we have on the channel about write-offs, and if you're interested in learning more about your tax bill, check out the video we have where we break it down and explain each part. And with that being said, you guys, that is all that I have for you today. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in today's video, as always, leave a comment down below. If you would like more easy to digest tax content, make sure that you give this video a like, and if you have not already, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button down below and make sure your notifications are on so you can get all of the alerts and stay up to date with all things self-employed taxes. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope you learned something, and I will see y'all in the next one.